Oswego set to start play, and they bring the ball upfield, going from left to right tonight. Ball stolen there by Fayetteville Manlius, and they start play slowly at midfield. Buccaneers controlling play into Fayetteville Manlius end, and now the ball goes back to the Fayetteville Manlius goalkeeper, and they're trying to break out now. Ball headed in the middle and kicked around there. Buccaneers looking to set up, and now the ball is just around in midfield. The team is battling back and forth. Paul Van Alst gets the ball up. It's intercepted there by number 23, Trip Mooney. Mooney gets it into the center to Scott Mater. Mater has it in the middle as the Hornets break in. Broken up nicely there. Coming away now is Scott Maurer. Maurer loses it inside his own zone. Coming around the left side now, Trip Mooney. Trip Mooney there watched by a Buccaneer defender. Trip Mooney trying to break in, and the ball stolen nicely by Paul Van Alst, the defender, and gets the ball back out towards center. The Buccaneers breaking out now, and the ball goes out of bounds. Starting a little slowly. We think about having a little trouble getting ready for the game after waiting.
It won't take long. They do look a little flat just coming out. I think that's to be expected. But you got a couple of you got seniors, you got leaders out there. It won't take them long. They're getting the flow of the game pretty quickly. They'll be ready to go.
And Fayetteville Manlius will bring the ball in from the side. Kind of throwing towards the middle, and blocked her nicely with a chance and a shot there going wide. That was Jim Neese. The shot went high and over the crossbar, and Dave Francisco didn't have to make the save.
He turned the ball real well there, but what you will notice he did, Tim, the defenders all cut the ball out about the 18, so it really gave Francisco a lot of chance. If the ball had been on net, he would have had a real good start there, no problem.
Good Mooney with the corner kick here. Switch, and it'll be Scott Mater. Buccaneers setting up to defend the corner kick. Francisco being watched closely by a Hornet attacker. And the ball headed away nicely by a Buccaneer defender. They're breaking out now. 2 on 3 and another one catching up. They got a good burst of speed here coming down the right side for the Buccaneers, and a nice burst of speed. That was Dave Caryl all the way down the field, and then lost it in the center of the field. They broke most of the length of the field there. And now Fayetteville Manley is breaking down the left sideline. That's Scott Mater again. And the ball goes out of bounds. Fayetteville Manley Hornets 2-2 in the Division League play this season. 2-1 overall. And the ball is kicked out of bounds past the goal line. And it'll be a field ball. They'll bring it in.
I wanted to mention that that head ball you mentioned in the penalty area back there in the corner kick was by Johnny Vashaw. He was out sick during the West Jenny game. They really did miss him. They're really going to use him a lot out there tonight.
Ball stolen nicely there and the kick out by Chip Burkhart, but stopped again by the defender, and now the Buccaneers will break away. Down the far side, that's Dave Caryl. Dave Caryl breaking in now, looking for some help. Takes the shot, but it goes wide to left, and the goaltender didn't have to make the save there. That was Bob Corner, the Fayetteville Manlius goalkeeper.
Oswego's got a couple of real speedsters in Andritsakis and Caryl. You'll see them a lot of times really head up the sideline. They work them motor.
Of course, Mimi Andritsakis, the scoring star for the Buccaneers, already with 8 goals in league play in overall play this year. And he's in third in league play with 4 goals behind Carol's Liverpool players, Marco Lisi and Nick Demetri. Francisco with the ball now. The ball up as the Buccaneers try to break out. The ball here is Dave Manwaring. Manwaring just in. Okay, Doug Manwaring. We got the team here as the Buccaneers use the ball out of bounds. But it will be Oswego ball, and now Van Alst.
Going Oswego, taking by Paul Van Alst.
Paul Van Alst tosses it into a teammate. That's Bill Krieger. Krieger loses the ball to Jim Dees, and Dees in turn loses it back to the Buccaneers, trying to break out now with a good move and a try for a long distance pass there, but it's broken up by the Hornet defense. Ball at midfield now. Paul Van Alst along with Chip Mooney. Now the team unable to take control here early. And losing it out of bounds and arguing that with that false Scott Nader, who thought maybe the ball did not completely go across that line. The referee called that it did, and it's out of bounds again, same place, and it'll be Buccaneer ball.
Paul Van Alst.
Paul Van Alst throws it into midfield. Stolen there, and they pass by Krieger, and breaking away for Fayetteville Manlius, and with a long shot there was number 11, Neil Solomon, but it's taken by Francisco. San Francisco 6 shutouts on the season, a fantastic season for the Buccaneers, and they're having a great season overall. And they need a victory tonight to keep their dreams of a sectional, the top seed in the sectional, and the division championship alive. They're chasing Liverpool, undefeated in their season in 2/3. Undefeated last year, of course, finishing ahead of the Bucs by one game. That one game was the Liverpool victory over Oswego. Ball headed in about the 30-yard line. And a nice move there by Manley. And Manley tries to get it out in the center, does so. And the Hornets knock it back in. Neil Solomon kicks it across the field, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Now saved there nicely by a Buccaneer, Bill Cavallero, and it goes back to Francisco. Bucks breaking out once again. Pass there attempted for a up-man for Oswego. It's a little bit wide, and the Hornets will take over again, trying to get something started here. Coming away here for Fayetteville Manlius, Scott Nader loses the ball, and now the Buccaneers trying to break away once again. Stopped there by Dave Ryle. Dave Ryle, the stout for Fayetteville Manlius, who top scores for them. Buccaneers had the ball on the far side now, bringing it up, looking for a break. Ball kicked towards the middle and gets by the goaltender, but just trickles wide to the left.
Goal kick out down. Taken by Rob Connor.
Fayetteville Manlius goalkeeper Rob Connor will have a goal kick here, try to get his offense started. Neither team really had any good scoring opportunities. That ball just got away from Connor and almost went into the net. It did trickle wide. FN trying to break out here. A nice defensive play, but regaining it is the Hornets player, and now we've got a trip and what would be the call here, Steve?
It's going to be a direct kick from outside, but you're about 30 yards out. You'll see the defenders hold them out at the 18. Gives you goalie an awful lot of chance to come up to the ball. Right there's the strategy, Tim. See that as soon as the defenders were on the 18, as soon as that ball was kicked, they were pulling forward. So FM was offside right away. So they didn't even have to come out to the ball. It's real easy for an offensive player to fall asleep on that. You got to really keep your eye on the ball.
So the Hornets trying to get back into it and get the ball down field. Francisco has to come out as the ball hit a little bit lightly. As his defender tried to nudge the ball back to him, hit it just a little bit too lightly, and the Hornets attacker there had a chance at the ball, but Francisco quickly and very alert fell on it.
That was really nice reactions by Francisco. It was a mistake. Those are the ones that can cost you.
Kicking it out of bounds to stop the rush of the Hornets for the Buccaneers with the defender there, number Billy Trigo. Very nice play. Hustle downfield. Ball thrown in and headed towards the middle. And a solid kick there by Scott Nader was knocked away in front. And the Bucs will try to break out now. Buccaneers having a little trouble getting the ball down into the Hornet end. It looks as though Fayetteville Manley is controlling play a little bit here early. 10:30 left to go in the first half. No score. Setting up slowly for the Hornets as Brooke Chase gives it back to the goalkeeper. Passes it in the middle again. It's Nader. Matter loses the ball here to Dave Caryl. They picked it up again. Tries to get it back, and just a little bit beyond his reach. And once again, FM will take over. Matter again with the ball. A nice pass into the middle. And a nice move there by Neil Solomon. Neil Solomon gets a far pass and coming across with a nice defensive play for the Buccaneers. Up quickly, but Solomon made a stop play, and now it looks like the referee is called tripping on him.
Most of Sewell's rushes so far have been pretty much coming from the middle. I think you'll see Coach Duran adjust it and have his players be going outside a little more just to keep the middle open.
A long kick for the Buccaneers, a boomer from about midfield. Ends up down near the goal line and goes out of bounds, and it'll be Buccaneer ball.
Rolling Oswego, taken by number 10, Doug Miller.
And throws it in, the ball kicks across field all the way over to the other side. And they're playing catch on the far side, watched by two Hornet defenders. And it's kicked much of the length of the field, and it's kicked all the way back by the defender to Dave Francisco, covers up to be safe, and he'll bring it out slowly. Once again, the Buccaneers will try to get going on offense. Breaking down the left side for Oswego slowly. Watch very closely. Up the middle, broken up on defense here by J.R. Perillo for FM. Trying to get away there. A nice heading try. That was Chip Berghaus, the leading scorer for FM, who headed the ball, trying to get a break in on Francisco, but the defender held him off and made a nice play. Again, Francisco will control the ball. Francisco gives it off to his defender, who brings it up. They're going up the left side now. Looking to break down once again. Headed in the middle. And headed back towards the Oswego end by Dave Vashaw. Buccaneers trying to break down, and we've got a call, and it'll be against FM, and the Buccaneers will have a kick here. Dave Caryl will take it. And the shot there, nice defensive play by the goalkeeper, Bob Connor. One for the header there, Steve. And
that was a nice play. He gave the wing a real good chance to come into that ball. He put it to the far post, made the goalie come right across the field. It was a very nice play on both parts.
Buccaneers ranked 18th in the state last Tuesday as the statewide polls came out. And that very night they lost to West Jenny. And not very much. It had little to do with the fact that they were ranked in the state, but kind of a bad coincidence for the Buccaneers. And quickly they were dropped out of the standings this week. And East Syracuse Manoa took their spot as the Section 3 team in the statewide standings. They're ranked 24th. Of course, Liverpool, undefeated on the season, ranked 8th, past 2 weeks. And looking to move off as they continue another very successful season, defending their league championship. They're the manliest perennial powerhouse in high school soccer. 11 of the last 14 years they won the Section 3 championship. Oswego won it one of those years that FM didn't. FM will bring the ball up from midfield. It'll be Brooke Chase on the far side.
Direct kick that time. Taken by number 13, Brooke Chase.
It'll be a direct kick for Brooke Chase, but he's got a long way to go. They're at the 50-yard line. And he's short a pass, but he gets by his teammate, and Francisco covers up. Although the Bucs are playing conservatively, not wanting to make a mistake here in the early going, Steve.
A little more tentative than I'd like to see them. They've had some good rushes, but FM has controlled the majority of the game so far.
Very well coached team, FM, and a highly skilled team. Coach Duran says the way to beat that is by hustle, getting to the ball first. And tonight, so far, looks as though the Hornets are the ones getting to the ball before Buccaneers. And now hustling, there's no score. So now this is definitely taking the play to the Buccaneers. And a couple of chances there. Francisco's played a very heavy goal. And thwarted attempts by the Hornets before they really had a chance to develop, but they did get the ball in close and had a chance for a couple of breaks. And once again, FM patrolling play inside their own territory. Pass in the middle, and they're trying to break away now. That's number 21, Chip Burkhardt, leading scorer. And one of the Buccaneers fell down there and tripped up, but no call. One of the Bucs will try to break away, but practically by himself in the middle. Now it's Dave Caryl. Picks it up towards the center, headed away, back to center. And the ball is kicked towards the near sideline and out of bounds, and it'll be Hornet ball.
You see the wings in the Oswego team, the fullbacks are stepping up and taking away that through pass to him. I think you'll see him go a little bit higher, a little bit longer with that ball to try and get 4 through passes, one or the other.
Trying to break in for FM, Sean Nader, and got the ball to the goaltender, and a nice save there by Dave Francisco. As Nader got off a good shot from a poor angle. Buccaneers once again trying to break down the far sideline, but having little success. And FM continuing the pressure keeps the ball in. Ball goes out of bounds to the far side.
Both these teams, Tim, really are a pleasure to watch. Their skill level is both very high on both teams, and they really play good soccer. Very little physical, it's much more skill.
And they score! A nice play, nice setup. And with the goal in the middle was number 25, it looks to me Brian Riley. Beautiful setup there from the far side.
Well, it started right from the throw-in. He went from the throw-in.
Goal scored by number 25, Brian Riley.
25, Brian Riley gets the goal.
Number 27, Jim Reese.
The assistant to number 27, Jim Reese. A beautiful setup. And Brian Riley made no mistake about putting it home. Francisco tried to make the diving save, but he got underneath him. And the Buccaneers fall behind here 1-0 in the game. A game here they cannot afford to lose. And
set up a walk.
Direct kick, FM.
One of the other players before it can be shot on goal. So you see a little step over there. They got 3 players together. A little cute. You have to be 10 yards. You'll find Oswego break as soon as they get a chance. It's a pretty good strategy, really.
Same goddamn referee from the West Jenny game. I think so. That's what Coach Duran said.
Let me go find him and kill the bastard.
another call, and once again it'll go against Oswego. The kick goes high over the cross. crossbar and actually hit the crossbar of the football almost beyond. But it was just over the net, and it'll be Oswego ball.
Now that does give you a lift because there was really 3 shots right in a row, right in close, and they all played really well. That gives you a little bit of a lift going into the half there.
Just 55 seconds left to go, first half. Bucks trail at 1-0. Ball goes out of bounds on the far side. Coming away now, Scott Maurer for Oswego. He has a little trouble. Ball goes out of bounds. Watched very closely by a corner defender. Gets it into the middle to Van House, and Andritsakis tries to get away. Coming down the far side, his time running up, 30 seconds. But two in the hand is in the way there.
Come on, Mimi, let's get in there.
Paul Van House here loses the ball, and David Manuel breaks away. Buccaneers trying to break out now slowly on the far side, trying not to make a mistake this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the clock is being reset in the press box for 1 minute.
And we still have 20 minutes left to go here in the first half. Of course, the football clock up there will
Clock now shows the official time remaining in the first half.
That's good. Jeez.
Taking the ball down for the Bucks, John Vashaw, but it's stopped there by Brooke Chase for FM. Coming right out to the Bucks with a shot in the middle, and the ball is deflected, but a nice save by the goaltender, Rob Connor.
Corner kick, Oswego.
Bucks with a corner kick, so they quickly bring it in and take the long shot from outside. Got in front by the defense, and the ball is shot. Nice shot and a nice save. The ball went up over top of the goalie, but trickled wide to the right.
Very unselfish play there, Tim. You notice that Scotty Maurer dropped that ball. He had his back to the net. He dropped and let Johnny Vashaw take the shot who was coming in. Very unselfish. Yeah.
Johnny Vashaw.
back to Francisco, and they'll set up again.
If the play's not there, he's not afraid to bring it back and start it over again.
Ball in the middle, pass from Manwaring, stopped by the midfielder for Francisco, sliding, saved to the far side, keeping the ball away from number 11, Neil Solomon for FM. Ball kicked in the center, a hooking shot, but Francisco saw it all the way and came out to make the easy save. Inside 14 minutes to go, first half here, Bucks down 14-0. Had a couple of opportunities, but once again, FM controlling play here. And the ball kicked way up, and that'll end up about 10 rows high here up into the stands by Dave Caryl.
Throw-in taken by
And it'll be Fab O'Malley's ball.
Dave Ryle.
Throw in from the near side by Dave Ryle, right at midfield.
Turn the light on and off.
Down the near side, left side, and a defensive play there in the whistle. And it looks like it will be Hornet ball. All that out.
Throw-in FM.
Concerned about that call, but
Number 21, Chip Burkhart.
and it'll be Chip Burkhart throwing the ball in for FM. Ball headed in the middle. Burkhart going after it, broken up, and we've got another call, and this time it goes against Burkhart, and it'll be the Buccaneers ball.
That could have been one of the examples where it would have been just as good for us to be playing on. The two defenders would run into each other to trip our man, so just as soon as the ball there.
A nice move there by number 27, Jim Reese, who's trying to bring the ball upfield, gets it up to 18, Scott Rader. Rader on the far side, gets the kick into the middle, weak shot, and then Francisco covers up, but a nice give and go there from Mader to number 28, Ryle.
He made a nice run there, but he really took the ball out too far. He took his own angle away.
Trying to break around the defender instead of possibly stopping or cutting inside, and went too far. Buccaneer defender there, nice hustle, and kicks the ball out of bounds, but it will be FM ball.
Throw-in FM. Number 28.
It's good back checking here by Cavallero. It's really important for the forwards to be coming back. You'll see most of the Oswego forwards are really come all the way up the field.
Ball chested down and kicked out to center by a Buccaneer defender. Being headed around here about 6-7 times in a row as the ball finally goes down. It'll be Buccaneer ball as the referee stops play. Clock still running, 11:45 to go. And he's got to get on the scoreboard. A must game for both teams. Eagle with a chance of staying right behind Liverpool, and fate will be in their own destiny if they're in their own hands, rather, if they do get by tonight's match. Indeed, Liverpool, they will tie with the same record, but by beating Liverpool, they would win the league championship, and of course, the first seed in sectional. They got to get by tonight's game. Coach Brand knew that, and I'm sure the players knew it too. Right now, they're trailing 1-0, and we're about 11-10 away from halftime. And again, Fable Manley is controlling the ball here.
I'm really not quite sure what call he made there. I didn't see anything happen.
Well, Fable Manley will have a kick from about the 30-yard line. Across the middle, headed away, headed towards the goal, and almost with a chance there with Scott Mader, but the ball goes down past the line. And this time it will be Oswego ball.
For Oswego, number 5, Mark Fierro. For Dave Caryl.
Mark Fierro in for Dave Caryl for the Buccaneers as they make their first substitution. And forward Caryl being substituted by Mark Fierro. And once again, a weak pass to the goalkeeper and some hustle by the Fable Manley forward that time. This time it was Scott Mader. Almost had a chance. Buccaneers trying to keep the ball away. It's just towards center, and this time it will go out of bounds near side. Again, Fable Manley on ball. Dave Ryle throw in down the near side, and going after it quickly. The right defender Paul Van Alst for the Buccaneers, and Van Alst will break away. Van Alst is down the course across the middle and kicks into Fable Manley's territory. He stopped in there. Cavallero with the ball now, right at midfield. Drop pass for May. The ball kicks up to an attempted pass there for Cavallero, but went a little bit too far, and the goalkeeper gathered it in. Once again, 1-on-3, but going after the ball, and both players go down, and we'll see what foul they make this time. It looks like it will be against Oswego.
Scott Rader will take the kick for us, huh?
Scott Rader with a kick, hooking shot goes way wide and over top of the goal. Cisco couldn't even get to that ball. But the Bucks had a couple of chances about 4 or 5 minutes ago, but once again, those Bucks have a man taking over momentum.
So I really look for them to start controlling play a little bit more after that, because they really were looking sharp, but they've kind of lost their momentum.
Bucks trying to break out down the far side, headed away, out of bounds. The Buccaneer ball headed away there nicely by Brian Riley. Throw into the middle. This is Bill Krigo in the middle. On the far side, trying to keep it in Scott Maurer. Maurer down the far side. Tries to get it inside and breaking way down on the left side. Bill Cahill had a chance, but it's taken away there by a defender. And it's going to be the FM ball. Yeah, they keep it inside. Andritsakis with the chance now. The ball far side, broken up nicely there by number 28, Dave Lyle. Ball still into favorite Manly's zone here. Andritsakis. A quick move, but it's taken away nicely by Nick Solomon for FM. Ball goes on the far side and kicked away again. So the FM defense standing up and playing good D right now. Not allowing too many chances for the Buccaneers. They're unable to get the ball inside for a real good shot off the goalkeeper, Rob Connor.
Cyril Bucks are in a lot of trouble right now connecting on those passes. They seem to be getting a little frustrated out there. They're pushing the ball really not to the man. They're bunching a little bit, and it's really not an open man out there.
Buccaneers with the ball and a chance right now. 4 players up there. And ball taken away. Another chance. As the ball is coming around. It's lovely. Just wide. Andritsakis kind of right in front, right on the doorstep, and it looks from here like the ball was going into the goal.
That play right there, Tim, was really made by Scott Maurer. He kept coming through the middle. It was off a couple of defenders, and he kept sticking with the ball, and he kept pulling the ball through, pushed it through the medians. He just pushed it a little wide, but it's a very good hustle. That's what we need.
The Bucks trying to take over momentum here and tie this game up. And we got another call, and this one against Fayetteville Manly. That's going to be Bucks' ball. It's about 20 yards out. Long kick and a knuckle ball. The goalkeeper a little trouble with it, but covered up nicely on the near the far post. Not taken by Krigo. I think tried to knuckle it by the goalkeeper, but heads up play. Caryl in the middle. Looking for Andritsakis, who is taken down, but no call. Manly is trying to break away again, and ball headed away by a defender for Oswego. Caballero gets it up the far side, nobody there. And FM will break it back. Kick stopped in the middle there. Billy Cahill. Bill Cahill on the far side. FM with the ball again in midfield, and knocked out a nice defensive play by Vashaw. And it will be a throw-in for FM.
Wanamaker, 14 for FM, for number 25, Dwayne Riley.
Throw-in goes down the near side, and throw-in gets it to his teammate Chip Burkhardt. Ball in the middle and taken away there by Cahill and into the middle. Andritsakis having a little trouble with it, regains control. Watch there closely. Pass to Caballero on the near side. Caballero up towards the middle of the field. The Bucks try to break in, but unable to click on those passes, and FM will take over once again. Nice defensive play by Vashaw. The Buccaneer ball. Quick throw-in. Andritsakis trying to break in. A lot of speed there. Almost got by the defender, who was kind of waiting for the ball to come down. Andritsakis going after it full throttle.
Yeah, he really anticipated that one just a little bit. If he'd stay down, he'd go head-to-head ball.
Maybe Manly's with 11 players out there now. Buccaneers trying to break down. Having a little trouble. The ball goes into the FM zone, and watch there nicely. Going back to the goalkeeper, Rob Connor. And Connor will try to get out this time and boost it towards center. High booming kick. On the length of the field, headed out of bounds nicely by the defender this time, Oswego. Oswego, the stopper for the ball.
Throw in FM, number 28, Steve Bryant.
FM controlling play again, and a long kick, and they had high bounce. Francisco came up and made the save. Almost had a chance to bounce over his head, but he realized that and put on a break and caught it on one hop. Trying to break away, ball in midfield. A long pass and breaking away for FM. And a long shot and over top of the goal. With a chance there, a nice play.
Mimi Sambamatsu was replacing number 4, Mimi Andritsakis.
Mimi Sambamatsu replaces Mimi Andritsakis
Goal kick, Oswego.
at midfield for the Buccaneers.
16.
He's made quite a few runs the last couple of minutes, so I imagine he just wants a couple minute breather, and he'll probably be right back in there.
We have 3 minutes left to go for the half. Buccaneers trailing 1-0. Ball goes out of bounds on the far side. It will be St. O'Malley's ball. FM will try to keep it in. Bucks now try breaking out. Long lead pass. And Demetri with a chance, but broken up by the defense. The ball bouncing away and unable to get control of it. FM kicked it back towards the Buccaneer zone. We were just unable to get a good scoring opportunity. A long shot and nice diving save by Dave Francisco.
That one had really a lot of velocity. That was a really nice save by Francisco. He was level with the ground on that one.
That's the leading scorer for FM. That was Jim Burkhart taking the long shot. He got a lot of speed on it. Kept it low.
Taken by number 18,
diving save. Diving to his right. That was Dave Francisco and knocked the ball away. Then we'll have a corner kick. Again, it's Scott Rader, who's been in on a lot of opportunities for FM right now. It's like the Fable mainly coach here, Ed Schmidt, is up in the stands calling this game. What's the story here? We got a corner kick, but a stoppage of play.
The official stopped the play and stopped the clock. He's got it's not an injury. He must be giving someone a yellow card. I'm not sure what exactly the call would have been. He's talking to Coach Duran right now, so I would suspect he's trying to keep informed as to what the call was. We should know shortly.
And the clock was stopped with 1:36 left. And to go with back in the play. Dave O'Malley is ready to corner kick here. So one of the Buccaneers was given a caution. Not sure who or for what reason. But play goes on, and the Buccaneers trying to break out now. A lead pass for Caballero is a little bit too far. And Fan stopped it at center. Caballero trying to take the ball away. And the ball goes down back towards center. Headed away nicely. And Caballero will kick over the head. Going after the ball. Caballero hustling along with number 12, J.R. Perillo for FM. Perillo comes away, makes a nice defensive play. The Bucs starting to really go after the ball and try to keep it running. They're going to play here in the first half. They're really going to go after it now with
I would suspect any team does. You can't help but notice the clock when you're there looking right at it like that. They want to score. They want to score quickly, but you press a little bit too.
And they got to be careful not to make a mistake here late in the going, because that would really kind of be a backbreak. They're falling down 2-0. And they've got a chance here, but Francisco comes out to make a save. Being watched very closely by a forward for FM. Francisco will try to set up just 30
seconds remaining the first half.
Wrong kick, trying to set it up quickly. Caballero heads it back, and it goes out of bounds. And it will be FM ball again. 20 seconds left to go first half. Thrown by Ryle. And we've got a call against Oswego. It'll be Caballero ball. Just 10 seconds left to go. They're starting quickly. And knuckleball and ball curving, and it stopped in front there by John Vashaw. It went to the stomach, but it made a nice save. And a horn sounds, and we've gotten through the first half of play here at Layton Field. Buccaneers trailing 1-0, not a position they were expecting to be in, or hoping to be in, at least coming into tonight's game.
No, I kind of expected it would start a little slow, but I really didn't think the Oswego would stay down there long. And I really didn't put it together until the second part of the first half, and even then they let the momentum switch back on them. So I think you'll see Coach Duran will make a few adjustments. He's talking now with Tim Nash, his assistant. They'll talk together for a couple of minutes, see if Tim saw anything that he wants to talk about. Tim will talk to the players. That'll give Coach Duran a couple of minutes to put his thoughts together and let the team know. They need to do it too. They need to talk amongst themselves. They need to tell each other what they thought they were doing right, what they were thinking wrong. It's a good technique.
Instead of O'Malley, it looks to be a very disciplined team. They really know where they are at all times and not allowing any Buccaneers very seldom that they get a chance to break in. Any mistakes, no mistakes made by the defense. Could have a couple of opportunities, but
also when they come out in the second half, and they'll be going for that quick goal. You know, you get that turned around. The other team's just been sitting down there for 10 minutes also, and it's easy for them to think that a little overconfidence, think things are going their way, and you turn that around, things look pretty rosy on your end. A little surprised to see Coach Schmidt from FM. I've known of him and about him for many years. He was spent the majority of the first half sitting in the stands and had his assistant doing most of the talking. And during their halftime talk, he was behind the assistant, let the assistant do all the work. So I don't know if he's maybe we're speculating. Maybe he's preparing to step down here in a year or two.
Works possibly. That's a possibility. And Schmidt he did mark out a couple instructions, but really I didn't even realize that he was sitting down here until he told one of his players, and the player responded, so he realized what the story was. But
they still know the voice, don't they, Tim?
Once again, at the end of the midway point,
Steve, you played forward and right wing in high school and college, 4 years at Oswego State. What kind of play do you look for? What do you look for when you're a spectator at a soccer match? What do you like to see out there?
Well, I guess this is pretty exciting for both Marty and I. Marty and I were teammates in college with Tom Duran, and we think similar. We like to compare notes a lot after the game. I'm a little more offensive-oriented than Tommy is. I like to see him press up a little more. You'll notice Oswego now, as most teams are going to the 4-man defense in the 3 halves and just 3 linemen. I'm a little more offensive-oriented. We talk about that. We talk about the interplay of the halves and how they should be switching up and what they should do. But I guess the key thing with any team and watching any group of players is the way that the pass work and the teamwork goes on out there. And you'll see Oswego switch, and you'll see them do a lot of things really well that are unusual.
You mentioned Coach Duran now in his 4th year at coaching the Buccaneer team, and he was the leading scorer a couple of seasons for Oswego State, so it's kind of odd to me that he would be a defensive-minded coach.
He had the big foot. He could really power that ball. He burned a few nets in his day, but that's true. His strategy you'll see has changed a little bit through the years. It depends on your team, depends on your personnel. We have had with Mike Kuhn and now with Dave Francisco some real strong goalies and strong enough offensive players when you can get away with a few on the line. So it's smart strategy.
Teams have switched ends. Now the Bucs going from right to left, and Francisco with the ball. Booted towards center. And headed strongly back towards the Buccaneer end, and they're trying to break out now. Ball at center and headed back. Ball being kicked back and forth between around the midfield stripe. And either team unable to get control and get some kind of offensive motion going. Starting early second half, Bucs trailing 1-0. We've got to get a goal quickly. Vashaw trying to break down. Nice lead pass for between Credo and Dave Caryl, rather. Watch there, and the ball goes out of bounds, and see what the call is. It will be
Oswego, number 15, Dave Caryl.
It over to Andritsakis and kicks it towards the goal, but he's got a whistle, and it'll go to the FM ball.
That was kind of interesting because Dave Caryl threw that ball to Mimi, who immediately gave it back to him, but the defenseman had pulled up which immediately put Dave in an offside position. So it looked pretty on paper, didn't work too good in practice.
So what they would have to do is quickly get out of there to alleviate an offside possibility.
That's right.
Goalkeeper for FM starting slowly, looking to set up his offense. Now he'll boost the ball down towards the middle. He'll drop kick. Going after the ball right now is Scott Rader, and goes on the far side. Buck's trying to break away. It was Manwaring, Doug Manwaring kicks the ball down the far side. We've got a whistle.
Offside, Oswego.
Okay, we got 2 offsides in a row. Now that's a good sign in a way, because they're not flagrant. They're near the defenders, which means that they're being aggressive. They're trying to hang up a little bit. They're trying to get that through pass. If you see it continuously, you got a problem. You see a couple of plays like that, it's a good sign.
And sooner or later, hopefully, something will break, and instead of being an offside, you'll have a break in on goal. Chance here, going after it, John Vashaw. Watched by a Fayetteville Manlius defender, and it goes out of bounds. It's a Buccaneer ball. Quickly throwing. Trigo with the ball. A nice move there. Watched by a couple of defenders, and the ball kicked out to center. And Fayetteville Manlius will try to break down. Now 1-on-3. And a nice move there, and going down quickly for Chip Burkhardt, leading scorer for Fayetteville Manlius. Made a nice move, but the defense got back quickly into the next play. Fans calling for a handball. Did look as though it did hit Scott Mauer's hand, but the ball will come down for Buccaneers ball. Trigo trying to break down the near side, left side, watched by a Fayetteville Manlius defender. And he goes across the field, and FM will take over.
Some good signs early. You saw that kind of see right now where our sweepers playing. That one where they had the one man going down the field and we had to react was because Burnsy had come up.
Manlius trying to break down. It's Burkhardt again. Gets the ball in. A short kick. Falls down. The ball goes right of the goal. And Francisco watches it go out of bounds and then stops it.
It's the same thing again, Tim. You'll see that other defensemen are pulling up a bit. Tommy Duran has obviously decided with his players he wants to take a little bit more offensive thrust. He's moving the players up the field a bit.
Plenty of time. 36.5 minutes left to go here, and lots of time for the Bucks to get back into it. It looks as though they have gotten a little bit of the momentum here. Looking for a break. Ball kicked high out of bounds, and Ken rolls up into the stands. You probably heard it hit right below us. With the ball, Andritsakis to Trigo, back to Andritsakis, a little bit too far, and FM takes over. It was Jim Rees, rather. Ball down the far side. Scott Rader. Rader watched by a Buccaneer defender and takes the shot, and it goes wide to the left and beyond the goal.
Another nice play by Dave Burns. He's really a heady player. He really impresses me. You know, there was another opportunity where he took the play away from the man. If the man had been able to put the ball in net, it would have hit Dave Burns. The guy took a shot, didn't touch Dave Burns, and it's way wide of the net. So he's a smart player, a really heady player.
And Francisco with the ball now. Kicks the ball back towards the center. Headed back towards the Buccaneer end, and he'll go out of bounds. It'll be a Oswego ball thrown on the far side. Trigo with the ball in the middle. And headed away by FM defender. Ball in the middle. Buccaneers having a little trouble getting going here, though they do have the ball in the FM zone. Knocked out of bounds there by Dave Caryl. Throws it in quickly. John Vashaw on the far side, watched by a couple of defenders, and it goes out of bounds. Once again, it will be Oswego ball. Thrown in the far side. Andritsakis takes a long kick, blocked in front. Andritsakis regains control, trying to break in, and kind of bowls over one of the defenders for FM, and he is called for it. And it'll be Hornet ball.
Kind of a surprise there, really, because I think Andritsakis gets penalized sometimes because he is so fast. He gets by a man, and they can't believe that he went by without pushing off.
Played to go down, but it didn't look as though he really hit him that hard, if at all, and was looking for the play. But the Bucks come straight back, and the pass is a little bit slight. And it goes out of bounds. And it'll be a Oswego ball again. They're really trying to hustle and take the ball. Quick throwing again. Vashaw going after it. And it's kicked beyond the end line, and it will be a fan ball.
There's no problem with that. Right now you're seeing a lot more pressure on the ball, a lot more pressure on the ball, a lot more pressure at the ball. halfbacks have pulled up. You see the wing fullback pressing up on the side of the ball. They're leaving a lot more up to Dave Burns back there as the sweeper to come up if he has to and make the play.
Ball headed back towards the goal and kicked away as two Buccaneer players had a chance at the ball, but it's kicked away by the defender. And coming away quickly for FM is number 11, Neil Solomon. Solomon gets it over to a teammate in the center. And they're trying to break through with a chance is Trip Mooney. And takes the shot. Got a lot of foot on it. It would have gone a little bit wide, though, but Francisco makes the save and cuts out quickly.
Now those are the fans, as you can hear, the crowd pleasers, but they're usually not the balls that are going to hurt you, because most of the chances that they're getting a shot, they're having to take it from about 20 yards out, and that gives Francisco a very good angle. Not really as much of a threat as you might think.
You definitely saw that ball all the way and
Free kick,
grabbed it
taken by
solidly. Really
Dave
didn't have a chance to go in.
28.
It probably would have either hit the post or gone wide anyway, but just to be safe, he makes a nice save and set up the offense again quickly. Ball headed out of bounds by Andritsakis.
Throw in FM, taken by
Coach
Lyle.
Schmidt must be happy with what's going on. He's just moved up to the stands again.
Buck's trying to break away again. Andritsakis at center. Makes a nice move, gets by a defender. And then a pass off to the far side. Crossfield to Trigo. Trigo in the middle. Takes the shot, blocked there by number 12, J.R. Perillo. And the ball at the center. Andritsakis with the ball now. Was Trigo there. They do a little switch on the near side. Buck's controlling play, but unable to get in for a clear shot. And it's finally kicked out to center. And O'Malley is trying to break out. This is number 18, Scott Rader, going after the ball. From the far side, FM trying to break out. Again, nice defensive play and a trip. And this one, Babe O'Malley with a free kick from the inside his own territory. Will be number 10 by number 16, David Burns. And now Burns steps in to take the kick. Long kick. It's towards center. It's away from the FM defender. And now FM breaks away. A nice defensive play by the defender. Trigo going after it as long as a nice hustling play, and we've got a whistle. And it's like Paul Van Alst going after the ball. Took the legs out from underneath the midfielder for FM, and he was called for it. FM will have a free kick from about midfield. With the free kick will be Brooke Chase. It's hit high and long for the lofting ball. And it is headed out of bounds. And it will be FM ball. With throwing now Mooney. Trip Mooney. For teammate now he will switch. And we've got a
number 5, Bruce Wanamaker reports in the FM lineup, replacing number 3.
Bruce Wanamaker steps in and replaces number 23.
Number 23,
Trip Mooney. The ball into Buccaneer zone and taken for the far post, but it's full enough for Francisco to get over easily and make the save. Going down the far end, a beautiful play to give himself a good pass. Dave Caryl on the far side, who kind of kicked that ball behind him to get by the defender.
Great speed there, too.
Taken by Dave Caryl.
Pass to himself to get by the defender, and the ball eventually went out of bounds. But
Bill Cahill reports in the Oswego lineup.
Bill Cahill checks in.
Replacing Dave Caryl.
Dave Caryl steps out.
Number 15.
And Cahill will have the throw in from the far side. For a teammate gets it into the center, going for Trigo, but the ball is knocked out of bounds by FM defender.
Corner kick, Oswego.
Will get a corner kick on this play.
Well, it's definitely a different Bucks team you've seen out there this half. They're really going at the ball, and they're really making some good runs.
Andritsakis with the corner kick, dishes off quickly. Andritsakis with the ball again, kicking towards the goal, almost in front. With a chance there was Scott Mahler. And
if Scotty could have gotten his balance just a little bit quicker, I think he would have really seen some there. All the defenders were pulling back, but he was going towards the ball, so it would not have been an offside.
Buccaneers take over at midfield. And Caryl in there now. Came in midway through the first half, and it's out there over 10 for the Buccaneers. Quickly starting off is Dave Burns kicking down the far side for Andritsakis. Bill Gill on the far side. FM takes over again. Stopped nicely there by Andritsakis. Goes up high for it that time. And Buccaneers trying to break away again, getting back to Van Alst, the defender. And now FM looking to break out. A little bit of difficulty as the Buccaneers definitely have taken over the momentum, but yet to get a real good opportunity. 28-15 left to go. Second half. Bucks trail at 1-0. They need a goal here. So Manwaring breaking down for the Buccaneers into FM territory. Now it's Andritsakis on the far side, ever dangerous. Gets the ball towards the middle, headed and just missed there by Scott Maurer. A nice attempt, nice pass by Andritsakis. Maurer just missed.
That's one of those things that's quite common. Johnny Vashaw was in the center, and Scott kind of pinched in a little bit too much there. The ball came wide, as every time you pinch in, it seems like it does. And just was just a little bit over their heads, but a nice cross.
Taken by number 13.
Really, you can't get the break. Bucks looking for that break right now to tie this match up. Ball out to center. Van Alst with the ball, or Trigo rather. And we've got a trip, and it'll be Fable Manley's ball.
Really nice ball control there by Billy Trigo. The tendency is to just head that ball forward. He took that one off his chest. All of the FM defenders had more or less given him the ball, pulled back about 10 yards looking for the head. So he really used his head on that.
So the Bucks looking to break out again. And on the far side, Andritsakis with the ball. Pass over to Manwaring. Stopped right there by a midfielder. And the ball's kicked out of bounds on the near side. And that's where the soccer player, the reason for the guy sitting on the bench, instead of trying to grab the ball, he just headed it. The ball came out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for FM. It's by the Buccaneer defenders, and they're trying to break in. That was with a chance, Scott Rader, who has been all over the field tonight. And we've got a whistle and some instructions or conversation from the referee talking to and it's a drop and a long kick, and it'll drop down inside the goal area. Francisco will grab it. 26-10 left to go. We're in the second half. Caryl with the ball, lost it off his foot, and it went out of bounds on the far side, and FM will regain control. Bucks have taken over here, but they still need to get that ball in the net, and really have yet to get a good chance at it. And now Fable Manley actually had the ball into Oswego end for the last about minute and a half. This will be Buccaneer ball as they'll try to set up again. And starting off will be Dave Murphy. Now Dave Burns takes the kick instead. A free kick from inside his own territory. Long kick for the far side. A little bit too far for Scott Maurer. And the ball booted out of bounds. And falling down there, the defender for FM, Brooke Chase.
Just really a little bit of a lazy play there by the defender. That's what you hope to do. You hope to kind of lull them to sleep a little bit, let them make some mistakes.
Ball thrown in towards the middle, just over the heading attempt by Bill Cahill, but no chance for the goal there. The goaltender gathers it in. Rob Connor looking to cut up, gets the ball right down the middle. The wind takes a little bit to the left of the side. Now it's booted towards the far side. The fan looking to break out. Going after the ball is one of the FM forwards, but Buccaneers back on defense. Play. Neil Solomon going after the ball is tripped and goes out of bounds. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be FM ball. And the throw in will be made now from inside midfield. And we've got the trip call.
Number 5, Bruce Wanamaker will take the free kick.
And now FM will try to move the ball in. They've got a long free kick, about 35 yards away from the goal. All tailing in and kicked away. Buccaneers trying to break out, can't get it. All kept away nicely, using his body. And after that was Scott Rader, the forward for the Hornets. Andritsakis with a give and go try. And we've got to trip both players down. It's Scott Maurer and Neil Solomon, both number 11. And the call goes against Maurer, and it'll be FM ball. Nice night for soccer.
That's better than the West Jenny night. There was quite a few people that night that were parked under the concession stand over there trying to see what you could.
Them trying to break in, but Buccaneers taking it nicely. And Caryl with a chance, tripped up as he just got set to break it free. And they blew the whistle, but the Bucs had the advantage. Andritsakis with a burst of speed, tries to get it in front, bounced it off the football goalpost behind the goal, and a burst of speed. Explain the situation there for
substitution, number 25.
The way the play is now, you can have a quick whistle. It used to be you'd have to wait. They'd set the ball down, you could come up. With the new rules, as soon as that ball is stopped, you can play the ball as soon as the whistle is blown. So what it suited that when Roy Cahill had been tripped, it was meaning he was still breaking down his size. He put the ball down, he kicked it right away. And now there is an example where we would have liked to have had that back, because the ref just took the ball away from Oswego, gave a penalty to us, but we had two guys all alone that would be breaking towards the goal. That's a judgment call. They've got to make up their mind pretty quick.
Dave Burns did have a shot at both teams stopped, but he took the shot from about 20 yards out and bounced it off the goalpost, the crossbar. Of course, both teams did stop. It's hard to say what would have happened, but he had a clear shot. He's trying to sneak up on the inside here, and the ball blocked nicely by the number 27, Jimmy Reed, and Brian Riley also there. And it'll be a throw-in from the far side for Oswego.
Throw-in Oswego
here. Using his body to get around the player, ball goes out of bounds. Hill fell down, but not sure if he got the kicking call or not. But it will be Buccaneer ball.
Yeah, he did call that a corner, it looks like, which really is deceptive from where we were. It certainly looked like it was off Billy Cahill.
Corner kick Oswego. Number 15, Dave Caryl.
Chance ball comes in the middle, takes a short hop, and in towards the goal, and another Buccaneer player is down, but it will go.
He called an offside, which really surprised me, because it really didn't look to me. Again, our vantage point is pretty good here in the middle, but maybe not quite as good as his. He's right on the play.
And the Bucs called for offside with a chance there. The ball was bounding around between about 10 sets of feet, and but kicked away. Bucs have a chance. A little over 20 minutes to go here. Second half. Bucs trailing 1-0. They need a goal. And this is a must game. Andritsakis with a chance. Ball coming in towards the goal and kicked away right at the goal line by an FM defender who made a nice hustling play, and he's ecstatic about that play. And very heads up and hustling play of the defender. The ball was trickling towards the goal, and Andritsakis, who made a gallant effort to get to the ball, tipped it and was going towards the goal, and if that defender wouldn't have been there, we would have had a tie game.
Yeah, he's the one that had to get there, because he's the one that made the mistake. He pushed the ball towards the goalie came out, he went over it, but he did really do a good job of getting back.
Neil Solomon trying to break out for FM. Play picking up here as we're going end to end. This is Chip Burkhardt, and tries to hit up with Solomon, and he's got a whistle, and another trip call, and FM will have the ball.
Those defenders threw a little pressure too, Tim. You know, just as Oswego had in the first half, all it takes is one lapse, and we had the one lapse and they had one goal, and that was close to it right there. So I'm sure you'll see Oswego keep testing that ball up there in the offensive zone.
Brooke Chase with a kick here, or he'll bring it up now. Setting up for the kick. Inside with 20 minutes to go here, second half. On the far side, trying to get a shot away. Trying to get the ball into the middle, and it's knocked away by Francisco, and the Buccaneers will regain possession of the ball.
See, a lot more frequently substitutions here by Coach Graham also. He's trying to keep those linemen fresh. They're making a lot of runs up there, and he wants to make sure that they're going to be fresh going back and forth.
Buccaneers trying to break out, stolen by Cahill on the far side. Here, along with Dave Burns working the ball on the far side. Andritsakis now as they work a good give-and-go play. Andritsakis still after it, tries to get it towards the center, knocks around the past the goal line.
The time on the scoreboard clock is now...
And that's going to tell too. You see, there's no the defenders on FM have napped and substituted for now. Those are a pretty crack outfit as we've seen, but we got some pretty fresh guys coming in and out of there.
Andritsakis with the corner kick, tries to get it in front and knocks away there. With the chance was John Vashaw, but couldn't get a free swing at the ball with his foot, and it was knocked away.
I'm sure Johnny would like that one back. It was a nice pass. He just couldn't quite connect on it.
And Vashaw right there gives a perfect through pass to Andritsakis in front. Right there, and goal on the rebound. Buccaneers tie it up.
That's where that pressure pays off. They've been in there this entire half. We just gone into the first part of the last quarter, and geez, they stayed right on the ball. I'm not sure. It almost looks like it was Billy Cahill. I'm not absolutely sure about that.
Burns made a nice through pass to Andritsakis, who got the ball into, it looked like Cahill, and who blasted the ball, and the goaltender made a nice save with his foot, came right back out to Cahill, and he pounced on it.
We saw Andritsakis really made a nice effort to stay on side, and Johnny Vashaw pushed the ball forward. The ball went from Andritsakis to the wing, and I'm not sure. I think it looked to me like it was Billy Cahill, but I'm not sure about that. We'll have to check that.
Nice hustle, it finally pays off as the Bucks tie it up here. 18:21 left to go in the contest, 1-1. And the fans come to life here at Layton Field as the Bucks get a good goal. Some nice hustle paying off for the Buccaneers. And we're still trying to figure out who exactly got that goal. Tops the towel from up here, I'm sure the players know. And the long kick, Francisco with the ball.
This is one of, you talk about the discussions with Coach Durant. This is one of the reasons it's so easy when you have to play that one-goal defensive play. It's real easy to start rolling yourself to sleep back there, and all of a sudden you wake that sleeping giant. That's what happened with Oswego there.
They give the goal to Dave Caryl, unassisted on that play, though he did have some help. Nice hustle by Burns and by Andritsakis. Did a good job both ways. And Caryl gets the goal to tie this game up at 1 with about 18 minutes to go here in the second half. Buccaneers with the ball again and definitely with a momentum now. Going on the far side, Vashaw going to get the ball across into FM territory. George Middle going after it. That was number 9, Paul Van Alst. Ball gets high into the air, stays in bounds. On the far side, and now the Buccaneers breaking away again. Andritsakis almost with a chance there, and coming up quickly, the goalkeeper.
We saw Mimi and Cavallero there that time, so they're still hungry, so they aren't going to lie back.
They definitely need a win here. Tie won't do them much good. The tie would be just about as devastating as a loss at this stage of events for the Buccaneers.
Another smart play again. You know, I keep talking about Dave Burns back there, but he's such a heady player. And there was a man right on him, right behind him. Dave Francisco was not sure if he should come out or not come out, and he pushes the ball to the side of the net. No chance of the ball going into the net by accident. Real smart play.
Bucks hustling on defense, trying to take over again. A nice play there. And breaking out for Oswego. A far pass and a good pass. Lots of territory to move the ball. And looks like he's going to crank up the shot, and it's tipped in front just wide. The ball was deflected, and it looks like it had to go kind of swing, but it trickled wide to the far post.
And that was Dave Caryl again that took that shot. Maybe just put it to the wide of the net, but boy, that line right now with Dave Carroll's up front, and Mimi, Billy Cahill, and Billy Cavallero, geez, they're all really moving to the ball well. I think that substitutions by Coach Durant is really helping them right now.
And Caryl with a chance of
replacing number 25.
He had a lot of room to move that ball that time. Moved it from about 35 inside to close to the 20 yards out before a defender came up, and then he finally took the shot. And it was deflected in front, kept it low. With that is his hope that keeping it low would be deflected in front.
Well, most of the time when you're coming in like that, the goalie up high, you know, he can tip it away a lot easier than low. Low, it's a lot easier for him to really protect that ball. And he had two guys rushing with him. He knew that Bill Cahill was just to his right because Bill had broken to the right side, and you could see Mimi to the inside of him. So it's a good percentage shot. You know, the corner kicks go high. If he gives up a corner kick, it's no chance to score, but he gives their defenders a chance to come in. A low shot like that, the Boston bounced around maybe a little bit. It was a nice shot, just a little wide.
Number 7, Bill Cahill.
A good attempt as the Buccaneers continue to hustle on offense and taking some chances. Of course, they want that win. It's tied at 1 right here. 15:58 left on the clock. A lot of exciting soccer to go here. We had a injury timeout there, and now the play will go on. Buccaneers with the ball again. Kicked inside in the middle, and the ball right on goal, and took a kind of a strange hop, but Rob Connor gathered it in, staying right with it.
There was a man wearing bringing that ball across, and Cavallero went right to it. I'm really impressed with the way they're going to the ball right now.
Caryl tries to get the ball to Cavallero on the far side, on the near side rather, and the ball kicks back towards Buccaneer end, and now they're kicking it back and forth. Cavallero hustling after it and gets the ball, and in front. Now having a little trouble with Frigo, but having a little bit of trouble with the ball. Bounced straight up and could not get it, and we've got an offside call.
Now that one they just refused. They just didn't come out quick enough. So those are the ones that kind of hurt.
Looks like he did have plenty of time to get beyond the two defenders to get outside of him, but the ball kicked back in quickly, and just a hair inside. And we've got a collision and no call. It's kind of incidental contact there. This goes went down. Andritsakis going after it this time. Had a break. But the ball just a little bit beyond his reach, and the goalkeeper came out to gather that.
Great hustle right there. Doug Manwaring took the ball right away from the player.
Frigo on the far side tries to kick it in. It's going to get out of bounds, and it'll be
a corner kick again. This is a different team out here.
Buccaneers really have come out and taking momentum here. Definitely controlling play. It's been in the FM and most of the second half. And they got that tying goal and just a burst of life. The kick in front, a nice save. The goalkeeper has it. And it's
over the goal line. You're going to see some controversy on this one, I can guarantee you that. The FM coaches are already moving down towards the officials.
That was, the ball was right in the goal area, and the goaltender had it. It looked like he was just close to getting control of the ball there.
You saw some hungry people on that one.
Several of the Buccaneers, now we're not going to have any idea who scored that goal until the players sort it out, and the referee signifies up here who indeed scored that ball. But several players had a chance. The ball was laying right in the crease, and finally they just got enough foot on it to put it across the goal line. And once again, the goalie fell on it again, but it was in the net, and the referee called it. And the Bucks have come from behind to take the lead 2-1 here.
Coach Schmidt obviously not too happy. He's out at midfield, slowly making his way back now.
Looks like the goaltender was close to having possession of that, and once he does get possession, then the Bucks forwards cannot go after the ball.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Very close call, but the Buccaneers hustling and taking advantage of it. And they put the ball in by about an inch, but it'll count. And they've taken the lead 2-1. 14 minutes left to go, second half. And the Bucks have fought from behind in a must-win situation and have taken the lead. And they keep it up, and they've gotten the ball straight back into FM territory. Still trying to figure out who scored that goal. Frigo with the ball at center and stopped nicely there. And Caryl with the ball. Ball bounces up high. He heads the ball towards Cavallero. Cavallero kicks it into FM territory. Stopped there by Jim Reed. Reese will attempt to get it up to his forward, but stopped nicely on defense by Paul Van House. And the ball will go towards the far sideline and out of bounds. It'll be a Buccaneers throw-in.
And many times, Tim, there's a tendency now to try and pull back and stay the lead, especially with a team like FM. We've had so much success with the aggressiveness in the second half. I think Coach Duran's a little bit afraid to pull his troops back. So I think you'll see that they'll still hang forward and still be going very aggressively for the ball.
And that strategy definitely has worked very effectively for the Buccaneers. And they've done it all here. Hustled and gone after the ball.
Here we go again.
And the
nice speed again.
They're going to have to come out to make a sliding save. Looks like the Bucks definitely have the speed advantage. Quickness out there. Hustling after the ball. Either that, they're just very hungry for that victory and know what they have to do.
Well, we talked a little earlier as they go after it again in the zone. And they gave up a corner. Now there's another example in my mind that the FM defenders have been out in the field too long. There's been so many different people running at them, and they put out so much that they're just getting a little bit weary
Taken
back
by
there.
number 15,
Kind
Dave
of
Caryl.
looks like they don't have a lack of personnel on the sideline here. I don't know if they just don't have the right personnel, the people that Coach Schmidt wants out on the field. But I want the players
Another Oswego corner
who are
kick.
still in their sweatsuits, obviously
Taken by Caryl.
not feeling they're going to be in action tonight. Ball kicked in front on a corner kick and bouncing around in there, but it comes out outside and kicked way over the net. We've got a push call from behind. And
That's the first time that the Pucks really haven't gone after that ball. That ball, you don't like to see as a coach that ball bounce in the zone like that too much. You like to see somebody on the ball. And I was a little surprised to see it. And interestingly, you know, we talk about defensemen. Many coaches like to try and keep that same defensive unit out there because they play together. They get to know who's going to cover for who and what angles they're going to take.
Here's with a long shot, one hopper to the goalkeeper, John Vashaw took it from about 30 yards out. Got a good leg on it, but the goalkeeper saw it all the way, gathered it in easily. Vashaw again with a head, ends it nicely back towards FM zone, and going after it again. This time it'll be picked up on the near side. Going after it there is number 6, Dave Muncie, and gets it into Cavallero. Cavallero tries to get it back to Muncie, and instead it goes over to number 14, John Vashaw. Kicks it down wide, but kept inbounds by the Bucks. And this is Caryl on the far side. And take it away finally by FM. And the Hornets trying to break back. Now they're trying to tie it up. 10:40 left to go here in the contest. A long rush there by Fayetteville Valley midfielder, but finally taken away by a defender by the Bucks. And now it'll be FM again. This is 28 Dave Lyle. A long kick, and Francisco comes way out of his goal. Just inside the goal area to stop the ball.
And Dave Burns was the one that took that ball away and then made the rush. He was up beyond midfield. It was nice to see Dave Muncie pull over and cover up for him.
Vashaw heading the ball at center, now breaking out with a nice hustling effort. Kicks the ball the length of the field, and it will be stopped there by the goalkeeper all by himself.
I'm not exactly sure what he had in mind there. It's a little too early to start just kicking the ball down the field. There was nobody within 10 yards of that or 15 yards of that ball.
Just like in any sport, of course, the Bucks don't want to fall into a defensive shell here. They've got to keep up their game plan, hustling after the ball and playing offense, and that's always the best defense and the best way to run out the clock. Keep the ball on the other end of the zone, and it's not going to go in your net. 2-1, Bucks on top. 9:35 left to go. They've come from behind. They trailed 1-0 at half. Andritsakis with a burst of speed, and he's really got wheels out there. But the defender had the angle on the ball and gathered it in. Caryl kicked it back to his goalkeeper.
Well, Oswego making FM, if they're going to come back, they're going to have to come back from a long way because they're definitely pushing that ball up the field.
And it'll be a Bucks throw from the far side. Marion will bring it in. And he gets it back to his defender, and they'll take it all the way back to Francisco. Watched closely by forward for FM, number 21, Chip Burkhardt, who's scoring star for FM. That's the goal tonight. Kicked on the far side and kept inbounds nicely, then goes out of bounds at midfield.
FM substitutions, number 18, Scott Rader, number 11, Neil Solomon, number 25, Brian Riley.
Three of the starters for FM who are taking a breather. Brian Riley, Neil Solomon, and Scott Rader, two midfielders and a forward, come back onto the playing field, and we'll see some more action for FM. Trying to get...
Go back down.